Well, they found some drugs. They also found some weapons, and they found a lot of people who said they've been complaining a long time about the owner. Over my shoulder, you still see some of the people who thought that they were here legally. I mean, the rent was cheap enough, anywhere from $500 a month to $1,500 a month, depending upon the size of the office you had. But it was an office building, not a place to spend the night. But people here thought they were okay until this morning. According to one city council member, the building on Hollywood Boulevard where this pre-dawn raid occurred has been a sore spot with the city for quite a while.
He is the stereotypical slumlord, and we're going after him.
It's that simple.
That's that simple.
Mitch O'Farrell was referring to the owner of this building, 80-year-old Mehdi Bolour. And the people who said they were tenants in this building said Bolour was a nightmare to deal with.
2 months ago, he turned off the electricity. And how he turned off the electricity, he had 5 thugs come in. And with dogs.
He owns that middle building. He owns 3 buildings on this boulevard, so he does nothing but illegal stuff.
No comment, please.
Nothing at all? The reaction behind a locked door at Bolour's real estate headquarters today. We want to have a chance for him to defend himself.
When he's available, he'll let you guys know.
Okay. Is he available now? The answer was no. The LAPD provided these pictures of what the living conditions were like. They said this was supposed to be an office building, not a place to live. And the people were living here. 66 were cited for trespassing. Police also found drugs and weapons. And some people who lived nearby, didn't want to go on camera, told me the place is a big problem. Drugs, sex, and all kinds of people in and out all night.
Oh, yeah, there's been fights and arguments.
Do you think there's drugs going on in there?
Oh, I know that.
Okay.
But the thing is, everyone can't sell drugs in the building.
Police say there was a drug raid in this same building 4 months ago. And the LAPD has had their eye on Bolour for quite some time.
He apparently has lost control and does not have a leadership team in place to manage a building like this.
I will go after whatever it takes to bring his enterprise down because he is accommodating crime in Hollywood.
The city has ordered the building vacated until further notice. So again, the people here standing by the U-Haul truck, they're not allowed in the building, but the people who have been hired to be the security guards are kind enough to go in and grab the stuff out of the office space. When some of the people contacted Mr. Bolour's office and said, how about a rebate? After all, it's the middle of September, can we get our money back? The response was, not a chance. Reporting live from Hollywood, Dave Lopez, CBS 2 News.